Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine. Beta, today also we will discuss chapter 12 of history, and name of this chapter is the National Movement Phase 2. And the today's topic is the Quit India Movement. The Quit India Movement, it was launched in August 1942 by Mahatma Gandhi, and it was also known as the Bharat Chodo Andolan. To start this movement, a resolution was passed on 8th August 1942 in Bombay by the All India Congress Committee, and the demand by this committee was an immediate end of the British rule. The Congress decided to organize mass struggles all over the country, and during this Quit India movement, the famous slogan was also given by Gandhiji, that was do or die, karo ya maro. And this slogan especially inspired the entire nation. Every man, woman and the child began to dream of a free India. And when this Quit India movement was launched, the government response was quick and very aggressive. The Congress was banned and most of its leaders were arrested before they could start mobilizing the people. The people were, however, unstoppable. There were hartals, demonstrations all over the country. The people attacked all symbols of British government such as the railway station, law courts and the police stations. Even railway lines were damaged and telegraph lines were cut. And even in some places people even set up the independent governments. And this situation was handled by the British with brutality. The army was called out to assist the police. There were instances of lathi charge and firing on unarmed demonstrators. Protesters were arrested and tortured and their homes raided and destroyed. And by December 1942, over 60,000 people had been jailed. So by all these, that what was the British response towards the Quit India movement? So now we come to know how they just handled all this situation. The Indians suffered greatly throughout the Second World War. As you know, the Second World War was started in 1939 and it lasted till 1945. So during that time, there was a terrible famine in Bengal in 1943, in which over 30 lakh people died. But the government did a little to provide relief to the starving millions. Now the further topic is the Azad Hind Fauj. As we know that Azad Hind Fauj, it was started by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So the national movement grew stronger after the formation of Indian National Army, and popularly it was known as the Azad Hind Fauj. An important role in its formation was taken by the Indian Independence League, an association formed by Ras Bihari Bose. General Mohan Singh was the leader of this army, and it consisted largely of the Indian prisoner of war who were serving the British and had been captured by the Japanese during the Second World War. So those prisoners, they served as the soldiers in this army. Some Indians settled in Southeast Asia and also joined the army, raising its strength to the over 45,000 soldiers. In 1943, the leadership of the Azad Hind Fauj came in the hands of Subhash Chandra Bose, popularly called Netaji. So beta, we can underline this also, that in which year the leadership came in the hands of Subhash Chandra Bose. And on 21st October 1943, he declared the formation of the Provisional Government of Independent India in Singapore. He went to the Andamans and hoisted the Indian flag there. In 1944, the Azad Hind Fauj attempted to enter India through the northeastern route. Netaji also took the help of Japan to organize an anti-British revolt. His slogan of Delhi Chalo and Jai Hind won many supporters to his cause. So here also we can underline these slogans, that who has given the slogan of Delhi Chalo and Jai Hind. Women also joined his army in large numbers. A separate women regiment called the Rani Jhansi Regiment was formed, and it was led by Captain Lakshmi Swaminathan. The Azad Hind Fauj failed to liberate India from British rule. Subhash Chandra Bose reportedly died in a plane crash. The brave soldier of Azad Hind Fauj became national heroes, and songs of their bravery were sang all over the country. So, beta, this was the topic about the Azad Hind Fauj. Now, the next topic is towards independence. In February 1946, the cabinet mission arrived in India. It presented the independence plan. The plan proposed the formation of interim government and the convening of a constituent assembly composed of members elected by the provincial legislature and the nominees of the rulers of the princely states. As suggested by the cabinet mission, an interim government headed by Jawaharlal Nehru was formed. And in December 1946, the Constituent Assembly started the work of framing a constitution for India. So, this way, the independence procedure was started. And as we know, when we got independence, then we got the partition also. And it was so painful. So, the next topic is about the independence and partition. The Muslim League and the Indian princes refused to participate in the working of the Constituent Assembly. The former stepped up its demand of a separate country for the Muslims. Lord Mountbatten came to India in March 1947 as the new viceroy. He presented a plan according to which India was to be divided into two countries, India and Pakistan, and the choice was given to the princely states that they could join either. Meanwhile, Hindu Muslim riots had broken out in many parts. The announcement of the partition led to more riots, particularly in Punjab and Bihar. Lakhs of people were killed and millions became homeless. The national leaders toured the disturbed areas to prevent people from killing each other in the name of religion. Gandhiji kept a fast unto death to stop these killings. Beta, like here we are just talking about the riots. These started in August 1946. So to prevent the further killings, the Congress reluctantly agreed to the partition. At that time, it was perhaps the only option left to prevent this civil war. A separate country comprising of West Punjab, Sindh, Northwest Frontier Province and East Bengal was created, and it was called Pakistan. And as we know, on 15th August 1947, India became independent after almost 200 years of British rule. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister, and within months of achieving independence, India went into mourning again. On 30th January 1948, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation and a symbol of India's freedom, was shot dead. And the man who stood for peace, non-violence, and communal harmony fell a victim to the forces of communalism. And he became a martyr to the cause of tolerance, equality, and peace. So, this was the topic, that how we got the independence, the national movement, second phase. So, here, beta, this chapter is completed. Hope all of you have understood these topics. Thank you and have a nice day.